Detroit done through and three. Detroit Lions fans, welcome back. Steve here. Before I get into it, hit that subscribe button for me. Greatly appreciated. Tomorrow is one step closer to the NFL season beginning with the Detroit Lions reporting for mini camp. I'm going to give you guys a couple things to look out for, what I'm personally watching, what you're watching, and what you're excited for when it comes to mini camp. Leave it in the comments. We'll talk about it. We'll have a little discussion. Keep it professional. What I'm most excited about and what my attention is going to be pretty much locked onto going into mini camps, these mandatory mini camps, training camp getting underway next month sometime. All eyes are on Hendon Hooker for me. I think he's probably been, at least on this channel, one of the most talked about players for the Detroit Lions. I know I've gotten a lot of heat for some of my takes on him, but my takes on Hendon Hooker have always just been, I haven't seen him on an NFL football field yet. This is one step closer. He did not attend training camp or mini camp last year with the injury. He was a rookie. So this is kind of like his rookie season. I know a lot of people think that Hendon Hooker is like the greatest quarterback of all time for the Detroit Lions, and I'm just not on board with that yet. I can't say anything really about him. I don't have anything negative to say. I don't have anything positive to say. I'm right on the fence. I'm neutral when it comes to Hendon Hooker. I have not seen him on a NFL football field. You could be as great as you want to be in college. You could be one of the greatest of all times when it comes to college football. For me, if you're on the Detroit Lions team and you have not played, I have question marks. That's just how it is. Just doesn't always work out coming from the college game to the pros. I mean, I hope it does work out for Hendon Hooker. I hope he learns behind Jared Goff, but he's who I'm going to be watching for. So I'm going to give you guys just real quick. I probably should have done this at the beginning. What kind of goes on at these mandatory mini camps is just kind of like coaches getting your hands on these players, talking about some schemes, some coverages or run plays, whatever side of the ball you're playing on. You're kind of just going through that, just kind of going through the motions. They'll go through some walkthroughs on the field. They'll do some drills, some 7-on-7, 11-on-11 drills. I don't know how amped up it is. I've obviously never played in the NFL, but it's just kind of, it's a mini training camp, but it's only for 3 days. Actual training camp goes on for like, I don't know, like 6 weeks or something like that. But this is just kind of the first process we get of the NFL season, in my opinion. The draft's over. It's been kind of dead since then. We had rookie mini camp, but that's just the same thing. Just kind of some drills and stuff, but mini camp, mandatory mini camp is kind of where it starts getting going for me. That's kind of when I start to get excited. So Hendon Hooker has my undivided attention with the football, what he's doing with the offense, whether it's 7-on-7 or 11-on-11 drills. I am going to be diving in. I'll be all over Twitter looking for some updates, for some film. We'll probably have to talk about it after the weekend's over. I'll try to give it its 3 days that it deserves to just kind of play out and see what happens. Maybe he has a really good day, really bad day. We'll kind of judge it at when mandatory minicamp's all over. Also, what I'm looking for, other than Hendon Hooker, is I always like to see how these rookies are doing. Because like I said with Hendon Hooker, you're coming from the college game, you're coming to the NFL, playing with the big boys. So I'm looking at all of our rookies, Terrion Arnold, Ennis Rakestraw, Manu. I'm looking at all these kids, man, that are coming. Even some of our CFL guys, Matthew Betts. I'm looking to see how these guys play against higher grade competition. I'm looking to see how they look. Are they powerful? Are they fast compared to the CFL? Is it translating from their game over to the NFL? I'm looking at all of those types of things. I really want to see Terrion Arnold. I want to see him taking reps at cornerback too. I really want to see Amik Robertson at that slot. And I want to see Brian Branch at that safety position. That's kind of what I'm going to be watching for. We're kind of going to get a little tiny glimpse into maybe what Aaron Glenn's thinking about doing with some of this personnel and packages these next few days while minicamp is going on. So I'll be paying attention to what rookie is playing where, how much, who are they with on the field, just the little intricate things that maybe a lot of people don't notice. Like, is Ennis Rakestraw playing cornerback too? Is Terrion Arnold getting some reps at nickel? I'm just throwing some stuff out there. Is Terrion Arnold getting some reps at nickel? Like, well, we're just going to have to see what kind of wrinkles are going on in mini camp here. But I'm excited, guys. It is literally, I think it's like 96 days away from kickoff, something like that. I think that's from the Thursday night game. So we're somewhere in that neighborhood. It might be 96 days till Sunday Night Football against the Rams, but it just seems like forever. Mini camp, it's cool, but man, it's just too short. Once training camp gets here, we're going to be rolling though. Also, just talked about this kid last night, Jameson Williams. Oh, man, it's also his first mandatory minicamp. He missed his first season with the injury. He didn't get to practice, and last year he was suspended. So this is kind of his first shot to get on the field and get a full off season of work with Jared Goff, the offense, everyone just kind of seeing how everything meshes. So I'm looking at JMO. I think Jameson Williams is going to have a monster year. And I know I kind of talked about him last night, but I'm just going to say it. I could see 1,000 all-purpose yards. I could see him getting about 700 catches or 700 catches. 700 catches, he'd be an absolute monster. He'd probably have like 70,000 yards. 700 yards receiving. And I can see him getting 300 rushing yards. I think they're going to get him the ball in a lot of different types of ways. That's kind of maybe a hot take because it's hard for a wide receiver to get 300 yards, but I'm expecting Ben Johnson to get creative with Jameson Williams. Maybe it's just me being a little hopeful because I've been calling for it the last year and a half to get him the ball more than twice a game. And I think this is going to be the year. I'm really holding out hope that this is going to be the year that JMO touches the ball more than twice a game. So I'm looking at Jameson Williams as well. And then the last thing I'm probably looking for, as I kind of hinted at it, is I'm looking to see who's getting reps at that opposite defensive end position of Aiden Hutchinson. Is it going to be Marcus Davenport? Is it going to be Kaminsky, Pascal? What's James Houston going to be doing? Matthew Batts, a name I mentioned a minute ago. Who's going to be getting that time over there? Who's going to look the best? And again, this is mandatory minicamp. It's football, but it's not like a high contact football. This is mostly, it's kind of a controlled environment where they're not going to let these guys just absolutely, rip each other apart. Like it's not going to be anything like that, but there's going to be some competition. There's going to be, there's going to be some physicalness to it, but it's not going to be like an NFL football game. So I am looking at those handful of things, guys. Leave it in the comments down below. Let me know what you're looking for. There's so many storylines with this Detroit Lions team that I can't sit here and go through all 15 storylines of what I'd like to be watching. Those are just kind of my big ones that I'm keeping an eye on. Hendon Hooker, JMO, the rookies, and that defensive end position. So those 4 things. If there's anything I missed, leave it in the comments. Hit that like button. Stick around, subscribe. We'll be back later with another show.